Now, many of you do not trade with an institutional supply and demand trading concept, but I want to share with you today how this can create potential profitable trades for you in your trading. I'm also going to go through and show you how I shared this trade setup ahead of time within my trading community. So the trade was on the pound US dollar pair on a 15-minute time frame. I've actually marked it. Okay, so the trade was right here in the market. This is where I looked at taking that trade. Now you can see that the market has completely just exploded up since taking this trade. Now I only took about just under 9-to-1 risk to reward on this trade. Yes, I could have got a lot more of that trade, but it's not about looking for those high risk reward trades. It's about getting good quality trades with good quality profits. So let's go through and dive deeper in this video how we can use an institutional supply and demand trading concept to take good quality trades like this. And we're going to start by going through the top-down analysis. I'm going to do the replay mode from this era, and then we can go through price. So let's go to the daily time frame, and let's just mark this up. So first off, we can identify that the market at this point on the daily, we were going up. Let's just remove this line now. Excuse me, let's move that line. So we were heading up. Okay, this is current daily time frame. Okay, this is the current daily candle, should I say, with that 15-minute reversals coming in. So at this point, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the market to want to run this high. Now, this wouldn't have actually happened yet. And the reason for this is because of the fact, just mark this off and everything, we still be down here somewhere on this 15-minute setup. It's just because this replay mode shows you it's slightly different. I'm then looking for a final target of this higher pair. So I have a couple targets in mind, okay? Just this is my top-down analysis. Now what I'm seeing is the market here. And again, if you want to learn more on market structure, okay, this is about supply and demand in these videos. There is a whole playlist on market structure. Starts off going through the mapping of market structure, which is great for you to understand what we're sharing. So we can see the market break structure here to the upside. We pull back and we break up once again here. We then break structure head to downside. And then what we expect after we break the structure is a pullback, okay? Coming back into this origin area here of supply. And that's what the market is currently doing. It's pulling back. If you look closely at what's happening here in an internal structure on lower time frames, we can see the market's making this break structure to the upside, okay? So we have to wait for that to reverse before we can look for any sells. And it can also mean we could see this high run through as we go deeper into areas here of supply. So there'll be an area of supply we're looking at here in the market. So we go with the order flow of price in those lower time frames until we see that reversal. At this point, I'm looking for potential buys with the lower time frames, thinking ahead that we could see a reversal with this daily time frame. Now the reason is, if we look at the bigger picture here, understanding the larger view, we actually broke structure here to downside. Okay, and we also broke this structure here. So we had this break to downside, and what we've now got, we've got this full push down and a swing pullback, and we're seeing this reversal out, okay, of this swing pullback, and we're looking for a pullback continuation down to take out this weak low. Again, all of this you'll find and understand more inside market structure. So I am looking for a sell potentially on this pair still to the downside at this point, but I'm going with the lower time frames to look for those buys. So we go down to a 4-hour time frame here. In fact, let me just mark out a potential area we could see. This is my last sell to buy move that I can mark off here. Daily zone. So we can see the market's breaking to the upside. Just go to the 4-hour time frame. And the 4-hour time frame will confirm this, where we can see the market. Let's just get my drawing brush. So we can see the market here broke structure, okay. We then create this as our low in the market, where we just swept it with this big bullish candlestick. As soon as I've seen this, understanding the liquidity in the market has been run through this low, okay, into this area of demand below here on this move up, this candlestick shows me instantly that we will run this high right here, because we closed through what I class as an area of imbalance. So an area of imbalance left over here, which was removed. Let's mark that to the back. So this was closed through on this candlestick after we, in fact, swept the low here, and we swept this low here to the left. This puts me onto a bullish bias. And I know the market will run this high. So we continue up, we push through that high, and we failed to take out this swing high. This is the swing high where I want to see the continuation. So we have the market creating this move. And I expect the market to run this high with a good 80% accuracy that it expected to run this high. As it didn't happen, we create this swing pullback. Let's go closer into price now. I'm looking at the market as we continue up. Okay, we have a very balanced market here. What I mean by balanced market, we don't have any leftover imbalances. Okay, they have all been absorbed. Okay, this had an area of imbalance. Originally, we pushed in on this candle, we pushed away. We had a pre-imbalance. Okay, not sure on imbalances. Again, there is a full playlist in this channel. Okay, go through to that playlist on the homepage on imbalances. Watch every video in that playlist is going to help you understand the imbalances. We had a pre-imbalance here, okay, and this one held price. Let's mark this out. Understanding pre-imbalance is really crucial to understand what's going on. So we had this pre-imbalance, and the market pushed through this low of this imbalance right here, which is again a pre-imbalance originally. The market then left over the small imbalance here was left over. Now that imbalance held price. Let me just make sure that is to the back out the way. So that imbalance held price there as we pushed through into the lower imbalance. So we've just come back to the 50% of this pre-imbalance once again and held this imbalance. That indicated straight away that we could head higher to take out this high and run this high that we haven't yet taken. Okay, like I said, understanding everything in the market with the imbalances, your swing highs and lows, where the liquidity sits. There is going to be a new playlist coming on liquidity as well. Everything with market structure, imbalances, and supply and demand. This is how you become a profitable trader. This is what I'm sharing in this channel. Hey, how you can do all this. So at this point, I'm now very bullish. I'm thinking, okay, we'll need to be looking for potential buys here. That's why I go down to my 15-minute time frame. I'm now looking at a potential reversal. Why? Because if we now start looking at the structures on this time frame, we can identify this move down. Okay, so when we start seeing this big push to downside, this reversal back out, look at the V-shaped pattern there. That is showing me a sweep in the market. That shows me bullish momentum. Not many people look at the candles in this way. Now, once we start moving higher here, I can start marking out my areas of 15-minute demand as we continue higher. Okay, so I'll show you how we do this. So we have a 15-minute zone here. As I continue to break structures, okay, so I break structure here, we broke structure here. Again, you can learn more on the structures inside that other playlist. And again, we break structure, we continue up. Okay, so we have another zone here and a final zone. Okay, so we had this zone breaking up, and this one broke out as well. So I could mark this out as a full zone. And then a final zone we broke out here. This would be my zone. So we have a zone very well nested inside this zone. So we continue to break up and we hold demand. So now we've come back into this demand zone. The same area I'm looking at, the area of imbalance, okay, on the 4-hour time frame. I still want to see this high get run. We front run this level. We never front run these levels. You're always going to find them get run on these swing highs. So now what I can see is the market is showing me a break to the upside. I'll start marking out my structure here. We broke here to the upside, but the main structure break here would have been this high. The reason for it is because we broke out of this low, head to downside, and we reversed it there. So this is the move down, the move up. We never broke lower again from this swing high, so we don't use that swing high. As soon as I see this, I can mark this out. Okay, this is my low here. So I can mark this out as an area of demand. Now, this is I think this is the spread betting pepperstone, where I think I normally do my analysis on this standard one. But we'll see if price comes back to this zone. It may have been off this candle. I had it marked, I believe, because actually I think this is the low. So yes, it would have been from this area here. That would have been my zone I marked at the time, because this is my last sell to buy move. This did not go lower. I don't believe, on the other platform. But that was the zone I had. So my targets, okay? My target is going to be, first off, shrink chart out to take out this high. That's my first potential area I expect price to go. After that, I'm expecting price to go for this high, which is that daily swing high we saw to the left. We went through the daily. So let's go forward with price here. In fact, let me just let's just stop that a minute. I think it has stopped. So what we need to do first is just place that trade to show you. So this would have been the entry. This would have been stop loss. This is my first target. That's what we're looking for to start with. Okay, that's my first target. So let's just forward this again. Okay, so see we get triggered in. Okay, so we're quite deep here, and then the market takes off. This was that trade, and you can see we pushed through quite strongly with this candlestick. What does that show me? That shows me a large momentum push through here. It shows me that we're going to continue higher. So that's my first profit target taken, just under 3 to 1 risk to reward. And again, the second was up here, which was, I believe it was a bit more than this. It was just over 8 to 1, nearly 9 to 1 risk to reward. We'll see this in a moment. So as we can see, the market here left this big candlestick. Okay, this leaves an area here of demand again. Also a nice big area of imbalance where we can see the market continue off this level and this area of imbalance to the upside. See if we get this. So the market pushes down into demand. And we're looking for that reversal out. And we've just taken out this demand, I believe now. We've just swept the low, okay? So we should see a bullish move up from here. At this point, I'm ready in the trade. I'm not looking to add to my position at the moment to see if we can break this high. This is going to be a break of structure. So we're looking to break this high here to the upside. This swing high is now being broken. So now I'm expecting continuation for this level. Now at this point, I believe, we just pause this. I decided to exit some of this position. I believe this was in the morning. I came to the charts. We just failed to hit this level and we started pulling back and I took some off the trade. Okay, so I've taken some more profits, basically partially taking the profits. This is my first profit target here. I've then taken some more at this level. And I'm still holding for this as my final target at this point because I don't want to see the market pulling all the way back down to my break-even level now, stop me out, and I potentially have a stopped out here as a break-even trade, and then we continue back up that level. We don't want to do that. So we want to take those partials along the way. I believe there's a news come out in the moment, maybe the non-farm payroll. I'm not quite sure when it was, and you'll see we had a big push up. I think it was news before. I think it was the Thursday. We should see a push up now to take out this level, which is that swing highlight. We need momentum to push through that level. So we got a nice momentum push through. Okay, so you can see the market is pushed through and we continue higher. So that final target was hit. That was the trade, how I used the supply and demand institutional trading concept. Very, very simple. Okay, we're coming off higher time frame area of demand. We saw we were coming out of that 4-hour area of imbalance and we were following the order flow here of the 15-minute demand. And that's all I have to do. We wait for that reversal. There was the entry, take profit one, this previous swing high on the lower time frame structure, then the daily swing high up here was taken. And that is how I look at trading with a supply and demand concept. Let's have a quick look now at the Discord room where I shared this trade. So you can see this is my actual NFXT service, and this is where I go through what we're seeing on potential charts. I was actually looking for a deeper pullback on that day to this area below for another buy. And then as the day progressed, I actually saw this reversal happening in real time. You can see I shared where my actual entry is going to be looking to come from, where we're looking for market to go to, expect that move higher, pullback continuation. That was what I was looking for. And then we have the entry, you can see, into that area, targeting that swing high first. You can see it's just over, just under 3 to 1 risk to reward on that first target. And then we continue up, we push through, okay? That was the first target hit. That placed me into risk-free trade on that entry. You can see this is all posted. If it's going to the winning trade section, you'll see the final trade on this pound. That was the first target, okay? That's where I took off some profit. Okay, at the, I'd say on the partials, we saw the market pulling back. and then the final profit target was hit. So that is where I share that inside the community. And that's how simple it is to look at using the supply and demand trading concept. I do suggest going through watching this video a few times. You really get to the grasp of how I look at the charts. And again, like I said, going through this video, you need to go away and also watch those other playlists on market structure, imbalances in the market. They're going to help you understand those concepts even more and what I was talking about more in this video. Now, if you want to go and join up to the absolutely free Telegram channel where you go through my daily markups, okay, on the UUSD, then you're welcome. There'll be a link popping up in a moment to join that. And also don't forget to watch the next video coming up, which goes into more concepts with supply and demand trading.